So we're going to be doing Newton's 3 laws and showing examples for each of them, and that's Danielle. And Newton's first law is the law of inertia,
which is when an object is in motion, it tends to stay in motion, and when an object is
at rest,
it tends to stay in rest
unless acted upon by an unbalanced force.
I'll show you an example. This ball.
So obviously the ball is the object,
and it is in rest position in Nicole's hands.
And now it's not moving, and if I were to pick it up and throw it to Danielle,
it goes into motion until I caught it, because I am the unbalanced force that caught the ball.
And she stopped it. Now,
another
example would be if the ball was just sitting regular. Right now it's at rest because no one's moving it. If I were to go and pick it, it would move
and go into motion until a force.
Therefore, basically, eventually, the friction in the floor will go against the ball and stop it.
The second law of Newton's is F equals ma, and F equals ma is
force equals mass times acceleration. And one example of that would be swings. The force in a swing is less than when it's getting pushed with someone on it. Therefore, right now, with no one on the swing
is at rest.
And Danielle's gonna move it. And it has a certain amount of force, because to equal force, you're gonna times the mass times acceleration.
And now, if Nicole goes on the swing,
and if I were to go onto the swing
and I push Nicole,
it's gonna have more mass than it would with no one on the swing. Another example would be us standing regular. Now, the floor has a certain amount of force, but it's equal to our weight pushing down on the floor, which is why
we're not sinking into the ground,
basically. And Newton's third law would be
action-reaction. And action-reaction is when whenever there's an action, there's always an opposite or equal reaction in, like, what happens.
And for that, you can basically, Danielle standing, and just say there were ice or oil on the floor, and I were to push her,
I would slip.
And the action would be that the person, Danielle, moving due to me pushing her, and the reaction is to her moving, and she would move, fall in the opposite direction that I pushed her. And the opposite direction is me, but in the direction I pushed her. A second example for that would be a gun. If you think of a gun and what the recoil is, when you fire a bullet, the action is the bullet, and the equal and opposite reaction to that is the recoil. And yeah, that's Newton's 3 laws of motion.
And so I hope you enjoyed, and so long, farewell, and yeah.